Hello, people, and welcome to Never Foul. It's your evening debate here on a Tuesday where Chelsea's season might be in jeopardy after that unfortunate injury for Nkunku, to be honest. Harry Kane sits a deadline. Is he staying at Spurs? Is he going to form that duo with Madison now? And Aston Villa moving like a big club. Are they a threat? But make sure to hit that like button if you just joined us. We're joined by Greasy Don. Of course, Don Greasy's here with us. How are you doing, my man?
Listen, today's been a torrid day for Chelsea, man, but we'll get into it. But apart from that, I can't complain. I'm good. Big up the chat as well, man.
Yeah, how's your day, Cass? How's everything?
I've kind of got a headache today, you know, like, I don't know what it is. I think I'm not drinking enough water, though. You know, I need some H2O in my system again, and I think it's time because it's Daps' fault. That's all I'm going to say. He's coming on now, but it's his fault. It's his fault. He's a bad influence. Just saying, yeah. Can't take the blame. Can't take all the blame. Like, you know, like the breaches for Chelsea are getting investigated right now. And I'm just saying.
Listen, we snitched on ourselves. So I reckon we'll just get a slap on the wrist. So it is what it is.
I don't know if you snitched on this one. Not on this one. I don't think it was.
we can't blame Todd Bowley for this one. It was all Roman, innit? So we have to see what happens.
Todd B. I don't even
What's happened? Have Chelsea been naughty boys?
Again,
it don't count.
Apparently, there's some rumors going around that
it don't count, bro. It wasn't City, so it doesn't matter.
There was something going on about Chelsea paying Christensen's dad or something along the lines of that in 2012.
Well, one of them ones.
I don't know. Yeah, one of them ones. I don't know.
So one of the City ones was that we paid Mancini to run. No, sorry, we didn't. Somebody paid Mancini to run 4 coaching sessions of some people in a different country. That's one of City's charges.
Yeah,
nothing to do with City. Yeah. Just that City's owners paid Mancini to do something.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
What do you mean, Mo?
No, that's not how it works.
What do you mean? That's not how it works, Mo.
Yeah, you pay somebody. So basically, I tell Greasy Don, hey, come, please do this.
Are you a lawyer, by the way? Just to confirm, are you a lawyer?
No, I'm just telling you. See, I'm not a lawyer, but it's common sense. But you don't want to hear it.
No. Carry on, please do.
Okay, I get Don Greasy. I say, listen, Don, you're going to do this job with me publicly. I'm going to say to the people, I'm paying you £10 an hour. And then under the table, I tell Don Greasy, listen, we're not going to publish this, but I'm going to give you the other 10 that you want, but through something else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that make sense? Come on, I'm not saying that you did that, but no, that's 100%. The charge. That's the charge. They are accusing Man City of not reporting the right wages and paying them through a different thing, which is the same as the Christiansen thing. They're saying that the deal, the fees wasn't exactly what was reported. There were other things under the table. We know that all the clubs do that. You know, everybody does that.
Exactly.
That happens at all clubs.
We know that.
Happens at all clubs.
It's who gets caught. That's the thing. Who gets caught.
So today, guys, hopefully Mo's going to be talking with context.
I always talk with context. I explained that. No. Always.
That sounded so wrong from where I am right now. I know the doors closed and everything. That's what when you know that sounded nasty, bro. It don't sound the same through the mic. Nah, but yeah, man. No,
why does Mo hate Chelsea? It was me talking to Daps about Man City. I didn't even mention Chelsea. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All I can say about Christensen is whatever
Mo
happens.
Hates anyone that spends money. That's what
no, I don't. This is what you wanna believe.
That's what everyone believes.
To talk sense, yeah.
No, but listen though, yeah. Whatever happened with Christensen, Todd Bowley, and that they reported everything about Roman to the UEFA and whatnot. So we'll have to see what happens, innit? We'll have to see what happens.
Bro, here's one thing. That. So one of City's charges is to do with the way Mancini was paid. Mancini's come out and said, UEFA haven't contacted me to speak to me, so I don't really know what's going on here. That there's just things that they're just throwing anything in there. As for Mo, you always talk with context, right? Always.
Yes. I tried.
What, did,
Oh, no.
Did, hold on, no, let me land. Let me. Okay, you try. So one of your ideas
I tried
today.
to put my feelings aside.
Okay, so one of your ideas for a show today, was are Man United and Liverpool scared of Newcastle after the window that Newcastle's had? Do you really believe that Man United and Liverpool are scared of them?
I actually did not say that. I said what I said, and you can go back to the messages. I said, are Newcastle threatening Man United and Liverpool? Not because of
Okay. So do you think that? All right,
Cass, you're gonna do.
So let's clear this real quick.
I'm gonna answer your questions. However,
let
me just. I'm gonna answer every question you asked, but don't say something I didn't say.
Okay? No problem, Mo. So
threatened.
Are Newcastle threatening Liverpool and Man United this summer with the signings they've made? Are they threatening?
No, not with the signings. Are Newcastle a contender?
What,
for
with
the
vibes and inshallah
position?
then?
Hold on. See, my point was, and we can get greasy on. Are Newcastle in contention to make top 4?
No, bro. We're not giving you the show you want because it's a pile of crap. So we're not going to ask Greasy Don.
What does that mean? I'm not saying. It's a simple question. I don't get
We're
why
not
you
gonna
say,
waste
why
time.
it's a pile of crap. Guys in the
this is
chat,
not believable,
listen. I want a yes or no in the chat. Everybody in the chat.
You're changing the question though, Mo. He asked you, do you think Newcastle are a
Listen.
threat to Liverpool United?
Yes, they are not.
You know what the maddest thing is? Yeah?
Agenda, Mo. Agendas. You've got agendas.
No. I am actually gonna read exactly what I sent.
Oh, still an agenda. However you want to word it, it's an agenda.
I know this has got nothing to do with the show, by the way. We're not even starting yet. But let's do this, because since we do 10 minutes of talking absolute garbage and whatever else and formalities, etc.,
I need to wake up still, bro. So this is helping me wake up.
Yeah. By the way, look, we know Newcastle have had an underwhelming window so far, right? It's been okay.
Agreed.
It's been okay, and I think Newcastle fans can agree it's okay. But the amount of strengthening that's going on in other teams and stuff, and the amount of games they're going to have to play now with the new with Champions League. Let's get this straight. Mo, it was only last show where you was questioning Tino Livramento about his
100%.
So how, if anything, I suppose this will come in the Villa part of the show, like kind of like talk around that part with the big six, the new big six.
We can, yes.
The question is, how can you go from questioning that part to thinking like you genuinely believe they're a threat?
Let me I can explain it. I can explain it.
Mo, how can you wait? Hold on. Before you land,
this is absolutely ridiculous.
Because let me land.
It's kind of weird, though.
Cass is spitting. Cass is spitting right now. No, because I'm just wondering, how are you making such bold predictions when the window's not even over, bro? Like, no one's teams are finalized right now.
So I'm basing it on, at the moment, Newcastle in the Premier League, their form over the past 18 months say that they can make the top 4. Liverpool, watching them in the preseason, they still like a DM. Are they going to get a DM? I don't know. But at the moment, Liverpool are leaking goals. We see that, right? Can Newcastle get the 4th place? I'm just going one by one, right? One by one. Can Newcastle get the 4th place over Liverpool? Is it a possibility or not? Is it a conversation we can have? Yes or no?
It is.
Thank you. That's one. That was my idea.
Mo basically wants to talk.
I am not letting you do this. Let me talk,
bro. Hold on. You spoke bare, bro. Like, literally, bro. You take 2 minutes to land every damn point, bro.
Hey, Mo's got back his villain arc.
Mo, listen. You are an airplane with no fucking fuel. You're always trying to land, bro. Like, it takes too long. And then the minute you start talking, you go, Cass talks about me with monologues. Bro, your monologues are longer than mine nowadays. Like, about, let me talk. You do all the damn talking. We let you talk non-stop with your agendas. You are now, I don't know what's happened, but you are becoming TalkSport FC, bro. Like, it's just agenda after agenda after agenda. Mr. Context is now Mr. No Context with you. You're just agenda FC.
That's Twitter. That's Twitter.
You finished.
Done.
Now, please land, sir, and land quickly.
I can't lie. Someone has to make up no context Mo.
Yes, they do.
Mo. Yeah. That would be so sick. And it'd just be Mo cooking everyone on a different level.
Bro, I get what you're saying. Mo, I get what you're saying, but you're going too early, bro. You're going way too early, man.
Do you know what would be good? Is if someone did this no context Mo, you would see how much his arguments don't stack up. Because one show he'd be like backing one team, Next minute, he'd be back, and you'd be like, hold on a second.
Can't lie.
These
I
little-
do that.
I think most of us probably do it, bro. It depends what mood we're in, innit? I'm in a woke up 10 minutes ago mood at the moment, so I'm probably.
Like Arsenal the other day or yesterday even. Tomorrow I'm gonna cuss them, bro. I do the same thing. I did it to my own team. But yeah, man, let's get into the show. 550 of you here. Big up every single one of you. We done our 10 minutes of talking crap. And Mo's. You know what? Like the video for Mo, man. Come on, look at the guy. It's a good sport. He's a good sport, and I feel like we're bullying him a little bit right now, and he's feeling a little bit bullied.
No,
nah. No one can ever bully Mo, man.
You can tell he's in a good place right now because he's probably got his stress ball in his right hand, and he's probably thinking about how much he wants to punch Daps in the face right now, but he can't do it.
He'd need a chair to do that for starters.
Never.
Now you're thinking that.
Now he does. Now he's thinking, all right, now forget the stress ball. I reckon he's slyly got a stress ball with my face on it or dartboard.
See the difference? I didn't even say anything, and Daps is already rattled. I didn't say anything.
I told you, I woke
Do you
up
notice
10
that
minutes
greasy?
ago, bro.
Did you see that greasy? I'm just sitting, not talking, right? And he keeps going and going and going.
Daps wants to get it all out. He wants to get it all out. Fuck it.
Yeah. He was like, "This guy's out of my house now. Oh my God, here you go, Mo. Take it."
What are you trying to say? That if you were here, I wouldn't have done it? Is that what you're trying? That is what he's trying to do.
Maybe you wouldn't.
Mo, I mean, Daps, he just took you for Alex.
He did. No, he just took me for a knobhead. Real talk.
He just took you for AGT, the absolute bellend. Yeah, you heard the one from DR Sports, the one with the dodgy flipping Barnet on his head. That guy, bellend. Anyways.
Anyway.
Oh, you've changed the thing. People, just quickly, next to Cass. No. This is. Oh, calm down. I'm awake now. I've woke up.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. I had a Tim Hortons on the way home, got home and crashed out to Sidemen. So next to Cass, people, pay attention to this. On Saturday at 10:30 a.m, we start our new live studio show, Soccer Brunch, 10:30 till midday. So just before the first game of the day starts, live in the studio. Make sure you're there. Going to have different guests every week. Not going to have this $4 setup. It's going to be like a proper TV show. Different camera angles, everything. We're very, very excited about it because a new era of Never a Foul. So make sure you get involved. And yeah, man, we can now move on with the subjects, whatever the hell they are. Villa. We're talking on Villa.
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea, man. That's the whole point of Greece.
Oh, proper 12. Proper 12.
Bro, coming with fire, bro. Bro woke up with fire in his eyes, bro.
Let me ask you this. Actually, let me state this. Within whatever you're gonna say, and I know you're very press resistant, but please do not say we've got Gallagher and Chukwuemeka and it's gonna be fine.
Cass. No. Don't do that. Do not do that because I'm not happy, bro. I'm not happy today, bro. You get it? You're getting a different Don today, man.
Oh,
listen, we just can't catch a break.
The bird let him fly, man.
Listen, we just can't catch a break right now, man. Like, do you know what it is? Yeah, with Nkunku, when we had that friendly against Dortmund, and I saw the pitch before the game, I thought, wait, what is that on the pitch? Like, so I checked what actually happened on that pitch, and Ed Sheeran actually performed a few days before we played.
You're coming like Klopp here, bro. You are coming like Klopp here.
I'm thinking, no. I'm just giving a little bit of context build up to Nkunku's injury. Yeah, so I'm thinking, yo, this doesn't look safe to be playing on. And it's no surprise that Nkunku landed the way he did and he hurt his knee. I thought, he'll be all right. He walked off. Do you know what I mean? He played for 10 more minutes after that injury happened as well. I thought, okay, cool. Maybe it's just a precaution. He might miss the first few games. I'm seeing rumors yesterday about 4 months, but I'm seeing it from ITK. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna believe that. Let me wait for the official ones. And then I see Alex Goldberg tweet about it last night, saying, Nkunku's gonna be out for the next few months. And yeah, man, it's peak right now. It's peak. But you guys all know that even before the injury, I was saying we need to bring in an Elise and we need to bring in a CAM. Ideally for me, I wanted to bring in Kudus. And what I would do personally is once we get Casado, try and hijack Kudus. I was saying we need a cam and we need a right mid.
Man said once we get Casado.
I would do something cheeky like that if that was me. But I don't think Chelsea will do that. So I don't know what attacking midfielder we're going to go for. I'm seeing people talking about João Felix. I don't think he's the type of midfielder or attacker that Poch wants. Obviously, Poch made that decision that he didn't want to sign him. So João Felix ain't going to get signed. You know, Turkey.
Bro, that's a bad look. Bro, if you go back in for João Felix, yeah, if this season, this transfer window ends, yeah, with you getting João Felix, yeah, that is going to sum up your transfer window. Now, Chelsea fans, you know, any of you that have watched Never a Foul for a while know that early in the transfer window, we were praising how quickly Chelsea got rid of the players they needed to get rid of for good prices, and then were ready to go with getting the players in. Bro, what is happening? Like, this Caicedo deal is just dragged out your whole summer. Are you not worried now that how long that has taken with the holes you still need to fill in your head, yeah? And how long it's taken you to get Caicedo over the line? That you've got like, what, 3 weeks now? Is it 3 weeks, probably?
About 3 weeks, yeah, about
3 weeks.
Exactly,
To get what? 3 weeks. What do you reckon? 3 more deals done? 4 more deals done?
Pretty much. We need we're looking at Olise. You know, now we definitely
looking
need
at him for 2 weeks as well.
I know, and he's injured as well. He's not back till I believe till October.
That's
so
a good point. Yeah,
he's someone that can't play. Do you know what I'm saying? So right now we need to make 2 signings. We need to bring in an attacking midfielder. I'm seeing Cherky being linked again, but when his name came back up, apparently Chelsea don't like his attitude. So I don't really see that going anywhere. So right now, I don't know who we're going to sign in the 10. We was linked to Neymar yesterday. That's not going to happen. Like that's not going to happen. That's not the angle that we're looking to go down now
I don't
anyway.
like Turkey. It's foul.
Yeah. I want to say this, though.
So,
Is João Felix on a loan for 6 months or something like that, really, like to the end of January at least, until Nkunku comes back to be fit? Is that not real? Because you say Nkunku's not the... No, sorry. You say that I look at Felix and I look at Poch, and the way Felix wants to play, and I feel like a second striker, the way even Nkunku kind of operates, kind of makes sense for me why he would want to go get a Felix type player. The running in behind, just to have a guy like Jackson is exactly what he needs. He is a second striker. But if you say 6 months loan deal and see where it goes from there, just to cover the gap for the way it is, rather than going to buy another youngster who's unproven, and it's another what if situation. I think that might be very viable in my opinion, because Felix wasn't the bad issue at Chelsea last year. He was just surrounded by a bunch of crap and inadequate coaching, right?
Yeah,
and
it's true.
I think he didn't want to sign him. Not sign him on a actually signing him his actual signature. Of course, I don't think that's probably the right move for Chelsea because the amount he's going to cost. But on a loan for 6 months, maybe for something like a 6 million fee in a stopgap, so Nkunku can get better and then come back again. I think that's not really don't you think that's quite a decent deal? Because they can't get rid of him at this moment of time. It's pretty much in your favor. He already knows the club.
Yeah. No, do you know what? Last season I wanted to keep Felix, but when I saw the money that was coming out, 70 million or something to buy him, I said, nah, the end product is not worth 70 million. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to pay that much for Felix. But if we kept him for 30, 40 million, I wouldn't have minded something along the lines of that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Poch, when he came in, he decided he didn't want Felix. He doesn't like his work rate off the ball, is what was coming out at the time. So for me, I would take Felix, to be honest with you. The end product isn't there, but I was saying last season that Felix needs to play with players that have quality around him. Do you know what I'm saying? And now we've got a bit of quality around us. All the pressure's not on him to finish all the chances. So he might cook a little something up, but it's up to Poch. But me, I was happy with Felix last season. I wouldn't even mind bringing him in, do you know what I mean, on another loan and trying to get a cut price or something. Because when I look at the market as 10s right now, apart from Kudus, I can't really think of anyone. Really, Cherky, I don't think he's on the table right now. Enzo Lefy, I'm not sure about him as well.
There's one.
So
there's one.
Who's that?
What about Dybala?
Wolves linked to him before, but again, I don't see that happening because of his injury record. If we've just lost in Nkunku, we can't be bringing him in as well.
He was quite decent last year, I swear, in terms of...
Yeah, but the thing is, we was going to bring him in before, but it wasn't to depend on him. We need to bring in someone that we can actually depend on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my point about Chelsea, is that with this Nkunku injury, you need to set your objectives for the season, because now it's changed.
Realistic ones.
But the thing is, the plan.
Now is a little bit late, right? Is he coming this week? That's what I'm hearing. That might be here this week. But again, he said you don't know. Are you getting Kudus? It looks like Olise is closer to Man City. Kudus already agreed with.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. How? What do you mean?
From what we're hearing, Olise is closer to Man City than Chelsea.
That's not what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he's more closer to Chelsea. He prefers Chelsea over Man City.
Say that
he's not.
But hold on. Don,
about Olise to Man City.
No, but Don, that's the thing. I'll be real. Yeah. See, if I said that, you could say this to me, and that's why I'm saying this to you. we live factually, whether we want to or not, we live in Manchester City and Chelsea echo chambers. By the fact of the websites that you go to, by the fact of the social media people you go to, our phones know what we're doing, yeah? And so they feed us more. So naturally on my Instagram, I get fed a lot of, naturally on my Twitter, I get fed a lot of City stuff. You get fed a lot of Chelsea. If someone else says it, because I'll admit, I don't see much on Chelsea, I see a lot on City. If Mo's saying it, Mo certainly doesn't follow City, so...
Like from what the reports are saying, like, these are small websites and stuff, that Pep is putting him as a priority. And when Pep puts you as a priority, I would think he will do everything in his power to get that player and convince him to come.
I mean, most of the reports weren't coming from Chelsea journalists. It was coming from was it Fabrice Hawkins? He was speaking.
If it's got Chelsea in it, bro, it's the way our algorithms wait.
I'm just letting you lot know what's being reported. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who my man is. I'm just letting you know what's being reported.
You know why it doesn't make sense for him to go to Chelsea anymore? Because the fact he's injured, and I don't think you'll look at him now.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, if we bring in someone who's versatile like a Kudus, you can play Kudus on the right, or you can play Kudus down the middle, and that's still bringing on Elise.
That's another.
No, but the thing is, this was going to have to happen in that case, because right now I'm looking at the options. Gallagher, I don't even want this guy at the club anymore. Do you know what I mean? If it was up to me, I would have accepted that 40 million from West Ham when they bid it for him, right? Yeah. And then you've got Carney as well. Carney, let me just finish my point, Mo. Carney, I rate Carney. I think it's really good, but the only problem is right now we can't depend on Carney over a sustained period of time when we're pushing to hopefully at least get into the top 4. So as it stands right now, I'm happy with Carney staying in the squad, but I don't want to put him in a position where we have to depend on him because he's still young. He still needs to develop. That's a lot of pressure, but I'm happy with him off the bench. So right now we definitely need to get in a cam, get in a 10. And like I said, if we bring in a Kudus, for example, if we hijack Brighton, or if we bring in, I don't know, who else is available there, Cass? Give me a name that I can bring in that João Felix, for example. We can still bring in Olise to play on the right because we've got right wingers in the team at the moment.
Yeah, by the way...
So what you're saying is more signings. Go ahead, Cass, sorry.
Yeah, two more.
Go on, Mo. You was talking, go on.
No. I was just going to say more signings. And then when Kunku comes back, you will end up with a massive roster of 20, 21
Wow, that was so American. You just said roster.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Mo, this is what you're not getting though, because what's happened now with
roster, I think in England it's called roster as well. The roster
it's called a squad, bro.
This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying before Nkunku got injured though. Like everyone knows Nkunku hasn't got the best injury record. So I was always saying we definitely need to bring in someone that can actually play in that role, who specialize in that role and can come in for Nkunku, because we can't play 38 games of Nkunku. The guy's gonna break down. And the way Poch plays the game, you need to rest the man. So I was always saying we need to bring in an attacking midfielder. So now it's just become something which is a necessity. Before it was a debate. Some people are, we might not need that, but now it's a necessity. Do you know what I'm saying? I would say this before.
So I want to ask the people in the chat just one question. I want one number in the chat. What is a realistic objective for Chelsea now? Type one number. 4th, 3rd.
Hold on. What if?
6th,
Hold on. What if it's 2 digits in the number?
Then
oh my god.
Oh yeah, by the way,
I dare you.
Proper 12.
By the way, I know who you are, Jack, in the chat. If you continue, if you don't behave, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna spread your news that you've been sending to man, all over here, bro, and you're gonna get shamed. Trust me, we know. So don't do that. Behave.
I mean, I wasn't gonna expose.
I'm seeing a lot of 7s, 6, 8s.
Proper 12.
12s. I'm seeing a lot of 12s, 10s. Okay, be realistic. I'm seeing 5th. Some people are saying top 4. I'm assuming Chelsea fans.
The thing is though, Mo, like people in the chat are complaining, saying I'm playing Football Manager or something. Yeah, we're in right now. This is transfer season, so I'm gonna speak about what ifs and players that we can go for. So I don't understand what you expect me to say. Do you want me to talk about the team that we have right now?
I can't speak about the team. No. I am not. I want you to be a little bit like, what do you think will happen? And if that happens, where do you think Chelsea are going? There's a guy. Give me 1 second. There's a guy called Alexander in the chat. Stop spamming the chat. I'll kick you out. Right?
Same with the special one. Stop. You've hit it about 8
Stop
times.
That.
The special one.
Come on.
But listen, Mo, I've always said, as we are right now, we won't even finish in the top 6. Is what I've always said, right? But like I said, the window is still open, And when we finish the window, we have to look at our squad and see what we're looking like at that point. And I said on the top 6 a few weeks ago as well, I said the first 10 games will give me a really good indication. But on paper, the squad that we should have, there's no reason why we can't push for top 4. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know why people think it's a wild take.
But I think the key is what you just said there. I think it could be very difficult dependent on who's on the show. Because right now you're on the show and you're saying in the 3 weeks we have left, the players that you want to see, which I do understand why one or two might say FIFA vibes, because you're listing multiple players, and if we're looking at what you've done so far, are you going to get in those
I'm listing,
players?
but the thing is, I'm listing realistic players though. I'm not listing Jude Bellingham. I'm not listing Camavinga. I'm not listing too many. I'm listing players that we can actually go out there and actually get. So I don't know why people are going on as if I'm saying we're going to go get.
And if you get them, it's a valid point. You know, but it's just
So that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. So as it stands right now, I don't think we'll get top 6. Do you know what I mean? We've got too many unproven players. We've got a lot of young players. We need to bring more into this team. We've still got holes to fill. So that's the situation. But the thing is, one thing that I will say is that if we don't bring in a camp by this week when we play Liverpool, I better not see Gallagher in that 10. You know what I'm saying? I better not see Gallagher in that 10.
Be in the 10.
I don't mind seeing Kane in there. I won't even mind seeing Ian Maatsen in there, to be honest. I think he can do a job. So
you don't think Chukwuemeka's going to be there?
I said it probably will be Kane, but I wouldn't even mind seeing Ian Maatsen. I wouldn't mind seeing Ian Maatsen in there. Do you know what I'm saying? So the only reason why I don't think you're playing there is because we didn't see him there in pre-season. But there's a few options that we can bring in, but we definitely need to wrap up Caicedo, man, because that's going to give us a big lift. Do you know what I mean? That's going to give us a big lift. Yeah, you
do, man. I think I honestly think that's done as well. They just need to get that done and moved on to the next one now. They really do.
You know what? I think you might have a potential. Like, it is mad how one injury has all of a sudden made it a crisis at Chelsea, because a lot of you lot are bigging it up not too long ago. I could say probably a couple of days ago, man. Like, and even I was, to be fair, I was saying I think Chelsea get earlier. I was when you did all the outgoings, and I thought you were going to get Kaiser. I'm thinking, bruv, top 4. I don't care. 1 game a week, easy. And you think one injury can make it really a thing, because you're only playing 1 game a week. You should be able to manage. I still don't think 5th is out of reach, though. I
don't think so neither.
I think you're being a little bit reactionary, because this is where I feel like your manager now has to prove why he is Chelsea's manager and why he's good enough to be in that job to make solve an issue. Because you might get another number 9. I think Jackson can play that 10 role, or you might even go off where it's just a little bit deeper than the striker itself, and change it a little bit. But the way
I'm not panicking right now, though, Cass. I'm not, because go on.
I was just going to say this. The only issue I think you're going to have with Kudus now is that Brighton know that you are looking at him, and they know you want Chelsea. Now, they probably want to get Kudus over the line before they let Caicedo go, because they know you probably snake them in the back and go do whatever you want to do. Yeah. And I don't look at Brighton and take them for idiots. And I think they know it. As soon as they get Caicedo, your guys straight for Kudus. And the Kudus trying to assess his options. It's like a massive panic. It's just a panic station will go kind of situation.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like maybe this is where Chelsea needs to look at different options potentially over Kudus. But I think Kudus is a perfect fit for you, man. I said this ages ago.
Yeah, the thing is, that's what I'm saying, Cass. And
I want to ask something about that. Listen, I'm counting the players that you already have in, which is 6 players that got into the club this window, right? From the way you're talking now, you need extra 3 players. Genuine question.
A lot of the players that we've got in are going out on loan, Mo.
No, I'm talking Kunku, Axel Disasi, Jackson, Leslie, whatever thing that you
paid going out on loan
for the guy. He's like 27 million euros. Robert Sanchez, Angelo Gabriel, right?
He's going out on loan.
So you're buying these players to send on loan. Okay, so let's say 5 players. You're saying 3 more players. Don't you think this looks like the summer before, but cheaper?
How does it look like the summer before? We've got holes to plug. So what do you want us to do? Just stop spending if we've got holes to plug? No.
But the reason I'm saying that you have Cassidy. Why don't you integrate Cassidy instead of sending him on loan? You have Matt.
Well, Cassidy's not ready. We already spoken about his performances. He's not ready right now. He needs to go out on loan. Do you know what I'm saying? As it stands, he's not ready right now. I said weeks ago, Carney's more refined than him. So Cassidy right now,
why you're saying,
can't use him. He's going to go out on loan.
If you get 9 players, do you think you won't have a player or 2 that flop from these players, and then you'll have to sell them again next summer because it's too dangerous to have 9 players coming into one club? Is that?
I mean, the plan the plan is obviously to go back into top 4. And if we bring in, like Kaz said, a player like Kudus, who I think can do a job in there until December when Cuckoo comes back. And even then, he might be performing to the level where we don't need Cuckoo to come straight back into the team. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we bring him in and we get into the, like I said, into the top 4, that means we're going to have more games next season. So there should be more spaces available for players to come back and, you know, fight for a place. Players like Cassidy, like you mentioned there. But as it stands, Mo, listen, we've got a lot of young players already. We can't be adding on, you know, players that aren't ready to be playing for Chelsea at the highest level at this stage. You know what I mean? That's a big risk. So Cassidy, he has to go out on loan. He has to go out on loan, bro.
You know what I don't get? This is what the attitude, because I'm looking at Turkey, right? I'm looking at he played not loads of minutes last year, but he was involved in a lot of games. A lot of them were actually off the bench, and he did perform off the bench. Go check it. He got about 10 goal involvements for Lyon, right? But I don't know how you go to someone and assess them and say, yeah, he's got an attitude problem all of a sudden. Like, I just don't get that part. I think the attitude stuff is thrown around so easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with you.
Off the pitch or on the pitch? Is he had discourse with his current manager? What is his current manager like at Lyon?
And what is attitude anyway? What is attitude? Attitude could be a different thing to someone else. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the situation in that. For me, I would bring a player like Cherki in. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't say I've watched a lot of him, but I saw the clips other day against Palace. You know, this guy was ripping it up. I watched him against England under 21s as well, under 20s. He played really well that game. So he looks like a good player. Do you know what I'm saying?
He has had, I'm looking at it now, he's had 126 senior appearance. No, a bit less than 100, about 120 senior appearances altogether. But the only issue is in about 2, you could say maybe 3 seasons, he had a metatarsal problem. He's only played 6,000 minutes of pro football. Bruno Fernandes done that in 1 year last year.
So can I just say real quick, salute to all the mods, Sophia. Make sure that person doesn't show their face in any way or form again, who you just not Jack, someone else, not Jack. Jack's Jack in it. The other one.
Yeah, Jack's Jack.
Yeah. Jack.
But yeah, man, I feel like, you know what I like, you know what I kind of like? He plays for Real Betis, and he kind of reminds me of an Nkunku anyways.
And Jack now as well, sorry. And Jack as well now. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, I don't know why he went to Real Betis in the first place, but I'm going to say one. Nabil Fekir. Similar players to what you want in Kudus and stuff like that. Why are you saying no? What?
He's been off the radar for a minute. I'm not trying to see that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see that right now.
He's a good age. Well, actually, no, he's not a good age, but he's like 30 now, and I think he's still
you see, you just said it. We've got a young, energetic team. We can't be bringing in 30-year-olds right now. Do you know what I mean?
But that's probably what you kind of lack right now. Is probably someone that is experienced, someone that does get over the line. Like he's still a.
I'll rather bring someone else who's young and still experienced. Tyler Adams, he's 24. He's experienced. Kudus is 23. He's got experience. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter really. Do you know what I mean?
You're talking about
you can still be 25, 24 and have a lot of experience.
We're talking about cheap stopgaps. That's all I'm trying to think of while Nkunku can get better, right? And I'm just thinking of cheap ones that you don't want to overpay for even 30 million for. I would say you don't want to pay that much. If you're willing to pay 30, 35 for Kudus, then surely you're going to look at that market. Who's of age, who can do this, who can provide. 30 is not old. If you go look at Fekir and he's even his pressing stats, you'd be very, very surprised at this guy. Real Betis play a good brand of football, and they play 4-2-3-1 more time as well. So he's used to that position, you know. And that's why I think. Like,
I just don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that's someone that they're going to look at. To be honest with you, that's someone that's completely from out of the age range that we're even looking at right now. Do you know what I mean? Even Dybala, that didn't go anywhere, and he's what, 28?
Where did he end up going, Dybala? He ended up going somewhere.
He's still Roma. He's at Roma right now.
Hold on, and Roma also got
Tammy.
No, and they also got a Nuo, didn't they?
Yes. I know.
Bro, I would have pronounced that wrong.
Hossam Ouar. He's talking about
That's it.
Hossam
Thank you.
Ouar.
Yeah.
Hossam Ouar. Yeah.
So
hold on. So they've got
his name is very tough to pronounce. To be honest.
Bro, there's not a chance in hell of me. If Mo finds it struggle to pronounce that, I have not got a chance in hell. But him and Dybala in the same team, they got 2 ballers there, you know. Two proper
Dybala
ballers.
was balling. He was balling, man.
Yeah, let me.
Well, anyway, to be honest with you, I think you can do with the Dybala, as Kaz says, even for 20 games, 23 games, 25 games a season. I think you can do with the Dybala, bro. Experience.
I wasn't against it. Before.
Yeah. I know. I would say the same.
But right now, I wouldn't want to depend on him.
Do you know he has a release clauses in his contract that he can actually leave for
Roma before he plays a game?
So, yeah, because Inter did him dirty, of course. Like, and he signed.
We've got some bad luck.
Bro,
You know what
that
it
is
is,
an
Mo,
awful
yeah,
club, bro.
For me, as you can see-
they made him wait all summer, and then he couldn't find a club, and he went to Roma and said, "I'll sign with you on the basis of if a Champions League or a club that I want to leave for this amount of money, I'll leave after the first year." So,
You know what? Let me. There's a couple super chats. Big up to one of our members, Elisa Isaac, as well. Sorry if I said your name wrong. It says, "I think Chelsea will surprise people," and that's coming from an Arsenal fan. If you do want to become a member, guys, there's 840 of you in here. I'm sure a couple of you might be interested by the memberships and what we're going to be offering as well. There's silver tier and gold tier. Please check them out. It's in the description below. So, by the sound of this voice, you might be interested. Dan Watt says, sign Caicedo, then immediately move to sign Kudus. I think we kind of, I alluded to that as well, probably about the same time you said this. And then he says, Santos, Caicedo pivot, move Enzo to central attacking mid. That's not a bad shout.
Dan, do you know what? That's a good shout.
That's a great shout. You know that. And this is the whole point of having options.
That's a very good shout. I didn't think of that, actually.
Yeah,
Can I just say real quick as well?
I don't think Enzo can be a 10, but whatever.
I think he
Just
can.
Enzo's got legs, bro. Enzo's got legs.
He done it in Argentina's league. He done it.
Enzo's got legs. The only reason why you're seeing Enzo getting skips right now is because he's playing as the deepest man. Enzo's got legs to do a job in midfield. He gets around. The guy's South American, bro. He gets around.
He can be 8. He
I'm
cannot
saying.
be a creative 10, in my opinion.
I think Enzo can play that role, to be honest. He's very intelligent how he plays the game.
The problem is your forward line. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Just before we get back into this, because I know we're going to get back into a deep conversation. 823 people watching. We're on 250 likes. The ratio is not ratioing. Listen, people, we actually haven't asked you many times on this show today. And I haven't asked for a little while. I feel like I haven't asked for ages, right? Please take your time out to just press that like button. Then we might not need to ask you again for the rest of the show. So if not for any other reason, press it for that reason so that we don't ask you again. I'm not promising that, by the way, but I'm saying you do a good job with these likes. You get these likes really moving. We won't ask you again. Now, the reason we ask for the likes, I'm not Boris Johnson. You don't have to stay in your home without me telling you why. I would like you to press that like button because it means when we go to sleep, this show will be pushed out to new people. And then new people will see the channel, they'll like the channel, or they won't like the channel, and then they'll watch it. So ultimately, this is our bread and butter. This really helps us, and it helps us. Look, you've been so good at doing this all summer. That is why we're growing so much the way we are, because of all of you lot. So please take your time out to just press that like button. Thank you. Now you can get back into your deep Chelsea.
You know what's mad?
Chat.
It'll be funny. That whole selling Havertz now looks a little bit crap, innit? Like you could have done with him now, innit?
Bro, I said it last season. I said, listen, for me, Havertz ain't good enough to start games. But off the bench, do you know what? Off the bench, when there's tired legs, there's a bit more space. There's time to think. Havertz is decent off the bench. So I was happy keeping him as a squad player. But who's going to turn down 65 M's after the 3 years?
Wow, is this Havertz props from a Chelsea fan? Mad.
Bro, I was saying this all last season, bro. It's Lewis. Lewis is the one that hates Havertz.
Oh no, bro. There's a lot of Chelsea that now hate Havertz, but it's nice to hear someone. I've said
like
let Havertz and Mount Cook on both of them. So let them.
No. But the thing is, I don't think he'll work in that 8 role long term. He's not going to elevate them. That's not what I'm saying, Daps. I'm just saying that I would have thought that off the bench he does a decent job for us. So I was happy keeping him off the bench last season, but. Again, we've got 65 M's. You can't turn that down.
Oh, he's just won them. He's just helped win them a community shield. So, he's already elevating them.
Yeah. So, with Enzo, potentially, that's a good shout, Dan. He could potentially play in that role, but I don't know if Poch is going to do that. I think the idea is for Enzo to play as the double pivot with Caicedo. So I think we're going to go out and go get a 10.
Yeah. Let's move it a little bit off for the Chelsea anyways. And I think... I think Greasy wasn't so press resistant today. I think he lost that game. I think he lost about 2-1 today. I think.
Bro, I'm just real with it. I'm just real with it right now. And like I said, as it is right now, it's not looking good in that position.
Look, the Chelsea fans, look, Don with a howler, man. Look, man, you're losing 2-1 today. It's right. You can come back tomorrow. You got Liverpool on the weekend. But before I move the subject, big up to is it remind me in the chat, is it Vanato or Venito? Henkeman. Big up for becoming a silver tier member. Remember, if you want to join the FPL League,
cold name, man. Benito is a cold
name. Hey, Vanito,
Benito.
can you tell us your last name, Henkeman? Can you tell us where you're tuning from? And also, everybody in the chat, let me know now, where are you tuning in from?
If you haven't done it before, if you haven't done it before, if you're new, I want to know new people. I don't want to know about my basement or in North Korea or places that you are not from, bro. So only new people.
What? Do you not believe half of them?
Well, North Korea not allowed internet.
Oh, is it North Korea? Is that true? but is that true, or do we not know that?
They'll get caught. Anyway,
I've got a question. I've got a question for people.
Someone said something in the chat. Sorry, someone said this guy is doing a poor job representing Chelsea. I actually think that Don Greasy is one of the best out there to talk about Chelsea.
Oh, that's what I've been saying to Chelsea. Look, the thing is, I'll be honest,
you can't please everyone.
Nah, trust me, bro, you can't. Listen, today on so just a mad. Hold tight, Charlotte. Today, just to sum up what you just said there about no pleasing everyone. Today, Steve, Overlap got aired. Big Steve's made it to Overlap, so salute to Big Steve on that. Yeah, and some of the comments were like, this guy is a fake that has been set up to be a positive Manchester City fan, right? And that's based on him being asked the question, how do you feel after the treble? And him saying, you know what, we feel good after winning the treble. Based on that, he's a fake Man City fan. And the truth is, and that's from a City fan, by the way, put that, or a City fan that lives in Greece and never goes to games and doesn't know.
It's an esteemed company fan, because esteemed company is also a top bellend, just like Alex. So
actually,
it makes sense.
That guy is actually a esteemed company fan. You're right. Yeah, I never did
exactly.
That. But you can never please everyone, bro. Like,
that guy's mad because he's not hearing the positivity that you'd expect to hear from me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like optimism that you'd expect to hear from me. This is a situation that we're in right now. So I'm gonna be real with it. I'm not gonna come in and say, yeah, Carney's gonna come and do a madness. Yeah, you got Gallagher is gonna come and do a madness. I'm being real, bro. It's peak right now. You know what I'm saying? So we need to bring,
it's gone to peak now. It's peak now.
In that position, it is peak right now. It is. It's very thin.
It's the goals.
I'll tell you what. Man. Oh, but if you deep it, yeah. So when is Chelsea Liverpool? What day is it? Sunday, I presume.
It's Sunday, yeah. Sunday, right. Sunday.
Bro, I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching that, because it's the battle of the no DMs. Yeah, there could be a lot of goals. There could be a lot of goals. Yeah.
Who's scoring for Chelsea? To be fair, I was going to say this.
Jackson, we've got a few people that can score.
We're talking on Friday, but if they want to do
the six,
no, I'm going to say Mudryk already. If they want to do the Trent inverted thing, Mudryk's going to have fun. Elisa Isaac said Don is a level-headed compared to some others I know. And Lacquer, the local man, said you should get Babs on this show live from Sydney. Babs does come on. It's the summer. Obviously, we do get him on. He usually comes on for previews. I mean, we might get him on for an evening show. I'll just have to text him. But yeah, I want to move it on, because this is the funny part. Again, the saga continues. It's not everyone's favorite team in the world. It's not everyone's most talking subject of anything. Tottenham Football Club. Imagine Harry Kane had to come out and set a deadline now. His own deadline. What? So, because he wants to either focus on football or get the hell out of there, right? He's told Levy, is it Kane FC? Is it Levy FC? Or is it Tottenham Football Club? Because I can't make my damn mind up what's going to happen. Because if he stays, you know they're losing them on a free. You know what's going to happen.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Cass, what if he signs a new contract?
He's not going to.
No, he's not going to, bro.
What if he does, though? Man, listen, we have to think about it. We have to speak about this. We have to speak about this. What if Harry Kane signs a new contract?
Well, then the guy has no ambition.
Yeah.
The end.
I can't defend him if he signs a new
No one can. No one can.
I cannot defend him if he signs a new contract.
Bro, I can imagine, right, if I was Levy, yeah, and I put a new contract in front of Harry Kane, and Harry Kane picked it up, looked at it, and signed it, right? If I was Daniel Levy, I'd take it and go, you have no ambition. Cheers, mate, and just walk off. Like, even Levy would know to sign for Tottenham right now is just lack of ambition. I'm sorry. And anyone that says anything else about he loves the club or, you know, no ambition. Literally no ambition. Probably not even any ambition to earn the most money, because by signing a contract renewal at Tottenham, I'll be pretty confident to say that's not going to earn him the most money he could earn either.
Let me just say something as well. Let's say somehow Tottenham managed to win a trophy somehow, or they get Harry Kane manages to get them back into the top 4. Don't let that be a reason for you to sign a new contract. That should be a way for you to just sign out completely and leave the club. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's too good to be playing for a club like Tottenham. He needs to actually start winning some trophies now. You know
I,
what I'm saying?
I
So if he
made
signs that new contract, I can't defend him.
the thing is, you can't trust what Harry Kane's gonna do because the guy just talks crap out of his own mouth more time. Like he doesn't do what he says he's gonna do. You know, like he's
Who,
not a
Kane?
leader. Yeah, he just chats
Oh,
rubbish.
what? Hold on. You just said he doesn't do what he says he's going to do. How
Yeah,
have
he
you
never
worked
does
out what
it.
he's saying?
Because all the time he talks about ambition, trophies, and he
Oh,
wants
you
to.
can understand
even 2
him.
years. Even
You
2
didn't
years.
even
ago,
catch what he said, Cass.
even 2 years. Yeah, I know, because he can't talk properly because his accent and he spits everywhere. But what's it called? 2 years ago, when he tried to force that move to City as well, it didn't happen
For a week.
Yeah, exactly, for a week. And now he's going to say, I'm going to focus on my football rather than push a move to Bayern Munich. Kind of tells me that he doesn't want to go to Bayern Munich. You know, and he doesn't want to disrupt anything at Tottenham currently with the fans potentially as well. I just don't understand it. But I said to Mo earlier, and Mo predicted it ages ago, if Man United end up doing all the deals they want, Højlund can't play. Højlund's predicted to come back potentially against Tottenham, right? And also you can't risk him because he's got a potential back injury now of some sort, and you don't want to stress the fracture that Atalanta didn't want to tell us. What do you reckon Man United might go in for a move for him?
What,
And
this,
at the
now?
end of the window? Or do you reckon Levy keeps him? No, at the end of the window.
I don't know about that, man. I think if Kane, as soon as Kane plays that first game, I think he's staying the season. I don't think he's gonna move on after that.
Would it be smart from Man United to go get him now rather than later?
Nah.
Potentially. I mean, yeah, potentially, because next season, you know, there's going to be other clubs snooping about, Chelsea being one of them. So it would be a smart move for United to go and do that now. But I think Kane will stay if they don't get him by the time they play that first game.
And the last part is they're saying that Bayern's going to bid something up to 100 million or 90 million, 95 million, something. I think I saw 90 million, which is including add-ons. Mo, does that get rejected?
Yes, I think at the end, Harry Kane is either going to stay at Spurs or he's going to go to Man United this summer. Listen, I watched the game that they played against Barcelona, and Richarlison is in it. Like, he can be second or third striker. This guy should be playing for championship side or something like this. I'm not sure, bro. This guy, if you lose Harry Kane, this club is finished, bro. It's done.
The only thing though, with United, like I know that they can get a lot of money. I say a lot of money. They can get some money in from Maguire, from of course, if you got there, Scott McTominay. You can bring in a few, you know, some millions there. But the only thing is, when you not try to come in for Harry Kane, you're gonna have to pay over the odds because you're direct rivals in the league. You're not gonna be paying what Bayern Munich are trying to pay right now. So are United really gonna do that this summer? Do you trust them to do that right now? To go and splash on Harry Kane.
Right now, John Murtough and Richard Arnold are doing something that I don't understand in the last decade because they're the new directors and everything like that. It's not Ed Woodward and that. They went and got Casemiro at the very end, and I didn't think it was going to happen. And I was thinking, where did this money come from, really? Like it came through, and at the price that it did. If you got Harry Maguire leaving, Fred, McTominay potentially, I think it all depends on the McTominay deal. If it does go through, then pretty much you've got enough to slap down 100 million and leave it there and see what attempts.
Can I put a scenario out there? Why we are not thinking that Harry Kane isn't pushing the move because he's okay about going to Bayern. He's like, yeah, if they pay the money, I will go. But he might force the move out of Spurs if someone like Man United put the bid on the table.
Bro, by the way, no, he can't force him. We already know he's not able to force things, bro.
Yeah.
Daniel Levy owns him. Literally.
Okay, listen. Okay, that's I get what you're saying and everything, but Kane has 1 year left. Okay, that's the difference in last time and this time. Last time he had 3 years left. This time's only 1 year. He's allowed to talk to clubs in January. If he doesn't go to training and does something crazy, right? His camp tells him to do that. Man United puts 100 million and he tells them, I want to leave, I want to go. And he doesn't go to training.
And he doesn't go to
training.
Oh, Daniel Levy got an offer, turned his phone off and went on holiday, right? This is not a normal situation. Harry Kane has no balls, right? And Daniel Levy gives zero shits, right? Together, Daniel Levy will decide where Harry Kane goes unless Harry Kane waits till January. Like, it's as simple as that.
I'm still thinking that there is gonna be somebody at that time when Harry Kane throws the tantrum and says I'm not playing and does all of the shit. Someone is gonna whisper, and then you remember Daniel Levy doesn't own Tottenham Hotspur club. He doesn't.
No,
He manages the club.
But the thing is, though, do you think
Harry Kane is not a hurricane? He's a fart. That's what he is. It's like,
Mo, do you really think Harry Kane's gonna come out and basically burn his bridge with Tottenham, like the whole club? Do you really think he's gonna come out and stop, stop going training and refusing to play? Do you really think he's gonna do that?
I think he might, yes. Because you remember when he had 3 years left at his contract. He didn't report to training in time for, I think, some days. And they kept asking him to come back, and he didn't when the Man City move happened. And at the end, it didn't happen, right? But that time, remember, he had 3 years left. That's a lot of money. At the moment, Harry Kane has only 1 year left. He can sign a contract with someone else in January.
But Mo, here's another thing. Someone just said in the comments, I actually want to give him credit for saying it. Hold on, where is it? Oh, I can't find it now, but someone said Harry Kane accepted a gentleman's agreement, which is with Daniel Levy, right? With Daniel Levy, of all people, he said, oh, yeah, I don't need that in writing. I'll just shake your hand with Daniel Levy, And you think that Harry Kane... No, bro, Harry Kane doesn't have that in him. And in the words of Chelsea, he ain't got the minerals, bro. He doesn't have the minerals for none of this.
Guys, I believe, if you believe...
The thing is, though, Mo, what it is, I don't think Harry Kane will, do what you're, disrespect the club and start trying to force a move to go to United, because I think either way for him, he's got a little bit of control as it stands, because he doesn't have to sign that new contract. So he can leave for free, and he will know that United might come back in for him, or Chelsea might come in for him. He'll have more than enough options. So for me, I think he's not going to push for a move the way that you're saying with United. I don't think at this stage he's going to want to ruin his Spurs legacy and burn that bridge. I think he'll just kind of see it out and say, listen, Daniel Levy, you didn't want to sell me to Bayern. Cool. You've lost out on money now. I'm going to go to a bigger club. That's what's going to happen.
The fact that you refer to it as a Spurs legacy is spot on. Because if he stays at Spurs, that's what Harry Kane is, a Spurs legacy. If he goes to Man United, if he goes elsewhere, he can become a legacy. But at the moment, as long as he stays there, he is a Spurs legacy, and that is it.
I'm in complete belief, as it currently stands, he does not, that bid's going to get rejected, and it's a bit of hopium as well, because I feel like if things go the way I want it to, which probably won't, because it never does, something could be possible. But I think he doesn't want to leave England, man. And when someone said that, I don't think he cares about that Shearer record or anything. I think he does. I think that's what's on his mind. He wants to stay. He don't want to move too far. And that's just the way it is. And that's why I don't think he is pushing for a move, forcing a move or anything. Because he can't anyways, because Levy will just like, okay, it's throw a tantrum, you'll be back soon. What else are you going to do?
Yeah. You know what it is? He doesn't want people chatting shit about him again, like about ambition. So he's thinking, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to have to accept terms. But really and truly, I'm not really trying to go there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really trying to go there. So I'm not really going to push for it. Yeah. That's basically what he's done to Bayern. That's pretty much what he's done to them.
No, I feel like, do you know what? The one thing now I'll defend him slightly is, and I said this before the transfer window ended, right? That there's so many, and this is as a man, right? The most powerful thing in anyone, male or female, in fact, but I'm speaking from a man's perspective. The most powerful thing is your brain, right? And your brain and your mind and the thoughts, and it gives you different thoughts. And the minute it gives you one thought, you go off on that. Or what ifs, that thought. Harry Kane has got so many thoughts going on in his head about, should I stay at Tottenham and have this Tottenham legacy? Should I stay in the Premier League? Or if I go to Manchester United, I have no doubt, and I don't win a trophy with Manchester United, will that reflect badly on me? Which I think United fans, in fact, know the whole Premier League. If Harry Kane goes to Man United and Man United do not win the league, it will not be on any other player. It will instantly all be on Harry Kane. Well, if RVP did it, why can't you do it, right? So all these different thoughts going on in his head. And it is difficult. And he's probably thinking, oh, I don't know which one to make. Now, sometimes as men, when we get so many different thoughts in our head, we just bury our head in the sand and think, let it play out. And that could be what he's doing at the moment. He's there at Tottenham and he can't make a decision about which one he truly wants. So he's just going, let's see how it pans out. Let's see if Bayern get it. And that's why he's not pushing. He's not doing anything. He's just there like, let's see how it ends up. And wherever it ends up, that's where I end up. Because he doesn't truly know what he wants.
And Cass, I'm not saying that United haven't got a chance of getting Kane. I'm just in the belief that you're going to have to put down a serious bag to get Kane. Serious one. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I kind of look at it. And even if you try to do it last minute, Tottenham haven't got to accept it. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to accept it. So That's what you're looking at right now. But you're gonna have to put down serious money for him.
Can we? Okay. So let's assume that Harry Kane stays at Spurs. We don't talk about Spurs normally on Never a Foul, not much. Where do we think realistically Spurs with Harry Kane, Madison, Lo Celso is still in the club, Bissouma's coming back, Sarr is developing now in the midfield. They just signed this kid Van de Ven, I've never watched before. I've been told he's very good. This guy Postecoglou. Every time I'm watching Spurs now, even against Barcelona today, they're having the ball, they're pressing left and right. I'm not sure if you guys watched the game, but like Skip is breaking into the 18, getting at the end of crosses. I'm like, I haven't seen this before. Where do we think they can actually do? What can they do?
I don't know, man. They can do bits, man. Right now they're looking better than Chelsea if we keep it a buck, like in and around that. No, you know what? Chelsea got the way better defense, 100% better defense and midfield if they get Caicedo. But the defense can get you so far. But remember, if Kane does stay at Tottenham and Man United don't come in for him or nobody comes in for him, he does that bit and stays there for the season. Their attack was never a problem last year. They scored lots of goals. They're going to score more goals.
But Cass, we scored goals as well, though. We're just scoring.
No,
goals,
let's get straight. Yeah. You've just got Jackson, and he's an unknown entity.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo!
Sterling, Madueke, all of them. No, Nkunku was meant to be a next source. That's what I was looking at. That's what I think.
Nkunku did score 3. You're right. Nkunku scored 3 goals.
You can't underrate Spurs for the sake of their name of being Spurs. Like this manager could do.
Can't we?
No, not really. Not with Kane and Madison and a Basuma that's performing. You know, and even Ollie Skip's got he's got a tune out Ollie Skip, and I don't say he's the best thing in the world, but he's definitely better than Højbjerg in progression football. Højbjerg's not even there no more, I don't think. But let me ask you this then, just to wrap up the Kane part before we move on.
By the way, Tottenham did get what's his name over the line, didn't they?
Which one?
The first defender.
Yeah, Van de Ven, and now they're looking at
over the line.
They've got a striker as well, sir.
But anyways, look,
the guys, yeah.
Look, out of 10, what do you feel that out of Man United? What's the chances of him going to Man United at the end of this window? Out of 10, Mo, you ain't saying nothing. You're just being quiet. You're trying to do what I do. Don't think you can do it.
5 out of 10, 50%.
So there's a chance.
Is that big? Is that big? Is that good or bad?
No. The way you said that and the way Cass said that is Dumb and Dumber vibes. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, exactly. It's a Shih Tzu. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Even guys in the comments, make sure you get your predictions in. Like, well, not predictions, but what's the chance? What's the chance that it could happen?
There's a difference between what you get if you cross a bulldog and a Shih Tzu. A bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. And with 12 likes, 13 likes away from 400 people. There you go. The last part we're going to talk about is Aston Villa, like Newcastle, went under the radar a bit last year, and they went on to done great things for their club, and now they're in the Champions League. Aston Villa have got good owners. They do back their managers. They do spend. Under Gerrard, they did spend. Under Emery right now, they are spending. You know, they continue to spend, and the quality is very good, right? What's their chance? Like, we all talk about Brighton breaking into the top 6. We talk about Newcastle really solidifying a place in the top 6. Chelsea are trying to get back into those 6 positions, which I'm sure they will. Tottenham, if they keep Kane, might have that chance. But under the radar, Aston Villa, how are we rating them right now? Because the way their pre-seasons are going, the way they are, they can go toe-to-toe with some of these clubs on paper right now. And Emery's not a dickhead of a manager either. You reckon they can do something? They only got Conference Ball. They can go and win that.
Oh, well, right. So firstly, I think we probably, and I think most people in the comments, they can win the conference easily. Yeah. With Emery Emery leading them, that conference has got Aston Villa. I reckon they've already started writing the A on the trophy already. Yeah. So will we all agree on that one? The Conference League.
Yeah, no, they can win that one. They can win that one.
Yeah.
Based on West Ham winning it last year, the fact they've got Emery leading them, that, for me, they can definitely win. As for the league, what are we talking? Are we talking, can they get Champions League football? Is that...
You reckon they can jump a place for higher from 7th to 6th even Europa League, like 6th, 5th? I'm talking about...
Not right now. I think they're in this, you know, there's a lot of unproven players, really, that we haven't even seen in the league as of yet. That have sort of come in.
Whoa,
I mean, that guy looks...
that, Don. Amen to that.
that
Amen
guy,
to
that
that.
guy,
Is
that
that,
guy.
what is that? Hold on. Is that you saying that being proven in the league is important?
Yeah, no. I've said that before, bro. I've said, of course, ideally
You
you'd like
might
a
want to
player
go
that's.
and review Sunday's show.
No, but I've already said that though, bro. I've said
Got
that
him.
ideally, yes, you'd like a player
got him.
that's got Premier League experience, but at the same time, they do have quality that they've brought in. But I don't know, like I feel like there's better players, there's better teams that we've seen at the moment. So we just have to kind of wait. I think in the first 10 games, you get a clearer indication of how Villa are going to get on. But from what I've seen in pre-season, they've looked really attacking, man. They've looked like they're scoring quite a lot of goals. So they could do a little something.
At the moment, based on their form during the second half of the season, since Emery was there when they were like 16th, if I'm not mistaken, and the additions they had, how do you rank them in terms of like as the moment without a game now in the Premier League? Are they
I'll say
seven best club, 8th best club? Put it in your head, count the teams, and tell me where do you rank them now on paper?
I'll put them like.
Because I have a ranking.
I'll put as it is right now. I'll put them ahead of us, definitely. I'll put them 6th.
Okay, so 6th.
I'll probably put them 6th. Yeah, I'll probably put them 6th right
so
now.
who's ahead of them? Newcastle?
I'll probably say Man City, Arsenal. 3rd, I'd probably say I'll say Newcastle for now. 4th, I'd probably say
Catholic's angry at that. Catholic's very
4th,
angry at that.
That's what I'm saying, Mo. Keywords for now, yeah.
It's a look
I'll
on Catholic face. The
4th,
minute you said
4th, I'd
Newcastle,
put Liverpool.
Catholic go.
He's disgusted. Cass is disgusted about this.
Casper's giving you mad side eye when you said Newcastle 3rd. You know?
That's a Liverpool.
Keep going.
Nah, 4th, yeah.
As it stands, but Liverpool don't even have a DM, bro.
Wait, hold on. 4th. So I said third Newcastle. 4th.
Sorry, just to confirm, was that 3rd Newcastle?
Yeah, 3rd Newcastle.
Okay, 3rd Newcastle. Carry on.
Anyway, Liverpool. You don't have to. Liverpool and Man United 4th and 5th.
Yeah, 4th or 5th, one of them, and then 6th. I'll probably say
it's Villa, and then Brighton, and then you. Is that how it is?
Yeah. That's how I'll put
Brighton.
Yeah, there's quite. Nah, not right now. Not right now. I've said it. I said it, Mo. I said with this team right now, we're not getting top 6.
Yeah, I actually agree with him, but I wouldn't put Newcastle ahead of Man United, Liverpool. But I would say that the top 5 for me at the moment are kind of like set a little bit with until like Newcastle, and then I'll put Brighton, Villa, Chelsea, Spurs in the same bracket. At the moment, I would actually put Spurs ahead of Chelsea. At the moment, probably with Harry Kane, I'll put Spurs ahead of Chelsea now, just because of Nkunku's injury for half a season. For someone that Chelsea was relying on so much to lead that front line.
I wouldn't say. Look, he's definitely a key part, and like I said, it's unproven right now. Like we do have quality in the team, but what I'm saying is we need to bring in that depth for Nkunku. Is what I'm saying, Mo. So right now, I think we can bring someone in that can do a job until December. We're not a one-man team. Now. We're not a one-man team. As it stands, I haven't watched Spurs. I haven't watched Spurs, to be honest, in pre-season, so I don't know what to expect from them. But so I'm hearing good things.
Spurs above Villa now at the moment on paper since they signed Van de Ven, or no? For you?
Nah. You know what? I think it's close. I think them and Spurs are close. I think because Villa are in an extra competition, I think Spurs get the edge. Relying on Kane staying there. But with Villa, the way they are set up, they got options everywhere on the pitch. They got Pau Torres. They got a ball playing centre back, so they don't have to rely on Konza. They got Diogo Carlos back. Who knows how he's going to start playing in a Prem? But all I know, he's definitely better than Tyrone Mings without even watching him too much last season because he was obviously injured. But I can only go off what I saw in Sevilla, who was a beast, and I'm pretty sure Emery coached him at some point. Am I wrong? So before he went to Villarreal in his bit younger days, I might be wrong in that part. But it doesn't even matter for me, when you deep what they've got Leon Bailey, who is inconsistent, but they got Moussa Diaby. That's a lot of pace. I look at their midfield. It's very, very balanced. Whether it's Kamara or Douglas Luiz, it don't matter. They got a John McGinn. They got the young boy Ramsey. I'm sorry, but this is a very, very vibey team.
And they have Tielemans. You forgot.
And they got Tielemans as well, who off the ball sucks, but on the ball he might be great. So for the dominating games, he might be perfect. So the way I look at them, even their left back options and Digne and Moreno, I'm thinking like, bro, like This team's wicked when you think. To be honest, I'm actually changing it up. Right now, as it currently stands, they're better than Chelsea. Because
They
of
are.
goals-
I
They
have,
are.
I
And
have,
'cause they're
I have
complete.
one, I have one problem with them. Is that
because of Nkunku injured.
But
by
the
way.
thing is, though, no. But the thing is, though, that
if Ollie Watkins is get
Mm.
injured, they literally have 0 strikers.
I think they're going to get another one. Watch. They'll get another one.
but the thing is, though, Cass, the thing is, yeah, like this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about waiting until the end of the window, because like I said, as it stands right now, Villa are better than, they've got a better team than us right now on paper, because they're complete. Our team is not well balanced. We're not complete right now. So we need to bring someone in for Nkunku, and then your mind can change. Let's say we bring in a Kudus, you'll be speaking about Chelsea completely differently, bro.
Not really.
I'm not panicking right now. I'm not panicking right now, bro. I'll be real with you.
You have to integrate a lot of new players, and a lot of new players that stunk last season have to get together and make sure that it's committed.
Like who?
When you think about it,
Like who stunk last season and still here?
well, Kuka, I think you're one of your best. The left back that I've seen that I liked a lot is going out on loan apparently in Lewis Hall, and I think it's Palace, which is wicked for Palace, by the way. I think that's exactly what they needed centre mid. You know, you're gonna have whether it's Maatsen, that's another name that hasn't played last season. Colwell, that's another name that hasn't played for Chelsea.
Maatsen had a very good season at Burnley. He was actually, I believe, he was in the team of the year as well.
Yeah, but
Well,
hold on.
Gallagher had a great season with Palace before.
No, but Maatsen's also performed. Maatsen's also performed in pre-season. He's played well.
But Don, you just said that it's all about experience in the league.
No, but Daps, you missed the point that Cass made. Cass said players that need to get back to their best because last season they stunk. So I asked him who.
No, not just that. I said this.
Modric,
I said
Sterling, you have nobody on the wings, bro.
finish, brother.
Go on,
Please. Because I swear you have to
Don't
integrate
swear.
stinky players back to get in their form. Yeah, for one. And you have to also think about how many players are coming into that first 11 that you have to integrate on top of that. You know, Mudryk barely touched the grass, right, last year under Lampard. Maatsen is an unknown entity in the Premier League. I know he's going to be good, by the way, but he has to play with Colwell. Colwell didn't play under Pochettino. Got a new manager. Reece James was out for a lot of last season. Need to find out for him. He'll be all right. Gustav, I'm pretty sure he's going to slot in like a glove. I'm not worried about your defense. Kepa, you don't even know what you're going to get with him. One game he's great, one moment he's not. And you think about DM Enzo, if he's going to stay in DM, do you get your Caicedo at this moment? Because we love talking about right now, yeah. And I'm not cussing Chelsea. I'm just saying where it is compared to an Aston Villa who's more settled, right? And then you got everyone else, all these youngsters. We don't know if Sterling's going to get good. We don't know if Jackson's going to be banging. Like, a lot of this is potential and unknown stuff. Emery, when you deep it, his first loss in the league, if I'm correct, right, his first loss after Aston Villa was against Man United at home at Old Trafford when we spanked them, yeah? Because we dealt with them. I was there. I was watching it live, yeah? So I'm just thinking the way it is, there's a settled side, because we know we've done this thing, right? I think this is the missed point. When Eddie Howe took over Newcastle, and Newcastle had that, when it was like most points collected in the league, like when the time he came in the second half of the season, go look at Emery's and how much points he collected to get to Aston Villa to where they are. Then we're going to have another conversation, a little bit better quality of player and a better squad in depth.
Do you know what?
As well. I think there's a real
hold on one sec, Don. And to everyone in the comments, please, people, by the way, just quickly, 411 likes. I said we might not have to. We need to ask one more time because I want that to get closer to 500. So you know what you need to do? Just give that like button. One more tap, please, if you haven't tapped already. To everyone in the comments that's saying this panel is underestimating the Chelsea youngers, underestimating. Look, so are you overestimating them? Because all we're saying is the same as I've said on so many. I've said Levy to Liverpool is a risk, yeah? These are unknown entities. You've seen a player play at Burnley and look good. You've seen a player play in another league and look good. We're not saying they're going to be crap, yeah? What we are saying is, one, it's an unknown entity, and two, it's a lot of players that haven't played together that need to come together. That isn't underestimating them. That's literally just saying, it's a risk. It is a risk. Do you know what? Us signing Kovacic, it's a risk. No problem. I'll say it, yeah? But we've seen Kovacic in this league. We're talking about young players, inexperienced, that have not played in this league at a top level with as much pressure as they now will play at Chelsea, with also players that have not been integrated into the system Pochettino wants to play yet. All we're saying is to go and say that Chelsea are going to get top 4, top 5 might be a bit of a kind of... And even, do you know what? The maddest thing is Don is one of the most positive Chelsea fans. And he's actually... It was him that said Chelsea aren't going to get top 6. So...
I said that I said as we're looking right now, even within Cuckoo, I said we're not going to get top 6 as we're looking right now. Because like I said,
and you're a positive
we're
Chelsea
still,
fan, right?
We're still in. I wouldn't say I'm positive. I'm a realist, bro. I'm a realist, and like I said, I'm looking at the situation as it is right now. We've still got a lot of holes to plug. So as it stands, I'm looking at other teams that are more ready, more prepared than us. It would be very deluded for me to say Kane is going to do a madness, Gallagher's going to go do a madness and all of these things. As it stands right now, Chelsea won't get in the top 6, bro. We won't. We've got a lot of holes to plug.
This other thing as well, I'm kind of bored of hearing this as well. This one thing that everyone goes, 1 game a week. Is that your comeback? 1 game a week. Listen, Manchester City had what was it? A game every 2 to 3 days and just did a treble, right? So this whole 1 game a week hype, while Arsenal had 1 game a week, yeah, this whole 1 game a week thing is not like your wild card that you could.
Do you know what? Do you know what though? I get what you're saying, but when you
have to get it.
I get what you're saying, but in terms of Chelsea fans right now, a lot of them that are looking at them, potentially getting a top 4. For example, myself, we're looking at the team that we potentially could have. Again, it's transfer season right now. We have to have these conversations, bro. We have to. And if we get the players that we've been highly linked to, then on paper, there's no reason why we shouldn't be pushing for top 4 with a manager like Poch. There's no reason. What it is, I don't mind.
Please stop there. Just what you said there is spot on. So everyone, people can't come to us and say anything where what you literally just said there is 1, these are players that we are linked to, and 2, what was the second thing you said? You literally just gave 2 what ifs, right? And we're supposed to now be putting Chelsea, that Chelsea are going to break the top 6 on what ifs. That if you get the players you think of, and if they come in and hit the potential ceiling you think they have, right? That's what we're supposed to. So based on that, we're supposed to come on this show now just to boost not you, but all the Chelsea fans' egos. Yeah. We're supposed to come on here and go, now, Chelsea are easily going to get top 6.
The thing is,
they might get a player, and he might be good.
The thing is, though, Daps, like I've said in the past few weeks about preseason, I know it's not everything. I don't look at results when it comes to preseason. I always look at individual performances as well as the fact that you're playing patterns. You can see clear patterns of play in the game. And Daps, if you guys spoke to me last preseason, I would have told you, bro, we're not getting top 4. Do you know what I'm saying? Last preseason, we were completely disjointed. The team looked like they lacked motivation. The team didn't look fit. This preseason has been completely different. The whole team's been flipped. We're seeing quality now that we wasn't seeing last season. So, of course, Chelsea fans are going to look at it right now like, right, if we get this player and we get that player and with that we can get that player, we can definitely get in we should be able to get in the top 4 because Poch isn't a Graham Potter. Poch is not a Frank Lampard. Do you know what I mean? Poch is a manager. He's backing himself.
Yeah.
And he's come back and he's also is good with the younger players. And he's come back and he said, listen, I feel I'm a better manager than what I was when I was in the Prem last time. And I gained a lot more experience in France as well, dealing with big egos like Mbappe, Messi, your Neymars. So there's a lot of reasons why Chelsea fans can look at the situation right now in an optimistic way if we get the business done. And let's not act as if Chelsea are a club, that don't get business done. Do you know what I mean? We've sold a lot of players. So there should be a lot of players that are still coming in right now. A lot of the business we've done has been outgoings. We ain't done a lot of incomings right now that are ready to start in the first team as it stands. So I don't understand this thing of, Chelsea can't get top 4. There's no way because we finished 12th. I mean, what we've been seeing in pre-season and the coach that we've got and the players that we've got players of quality here. Do you know what I mean? We've got players like Levi Colwill that teams like Liverpool would want. If I told you the other day, Daps, if we put Guardiola,
Liverpool might not get top 4, by the way.
If we got Guardiola, Daps, you would have definitely been in for Levi Colwill. We've got Enzo Fernandez. If you're watching this guy week in, week out, this guy was the best player week in, week out, bro, last season when he was here. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got quality there. So we just need to add to that quality, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be pushing for top 4. But I'm not going to hide away from the facts.
Bro, we're not saying basically what you just did there. If I would have done that would have been a monologue, by the way, Cass. What you just said there, was literally that if you get the players that you're linked with, and if they hit their potential, why can't you get top 4, right? I agree with you, bro. But what I'm saying is, to all the Chelsea fans that want us to come on and talk like you have got those players, and we've already seen that they are going to hit the potential, therefore we're going to say with chest, Chelsea will get top 4. We can't do that. Look, if Chelsea get the players, if Chelsea get the players that you think you're going to get, and they do hit their potential, all of them hit their potential, yes, Chelsea could do better than top 4 if all of those things happen. But at times we have to be realistic and go, usually not every player hits the potential you think, and usually not every signing you think you're going to get happens. So based on that, at the moment, now in 3 weeks' time, and this is why we always like doing shows, like we still need to do our predictions. We like doing predictions before the transfer window closes and after the transfer window closes, because predictions can massively change. If you get all the signings you think, it's a different conversation. But you haven't got them yet. You often talk like Caicedo's a done deal, and I do think it will be done, but it hasn't been done yet. So we can't even talk on the fact you have a DM yet. So it's what it is.
Yeah. Like I
let me
said,
do this super chat. I want to do this. I'm sorry. Dan Waters is saying, get minerals on instead. Big up, Don.
He don't
Big
do
up, Dan.
anyone but troops. He only goes on troops to chat, and he barely even goes on there.
Also, we prefer Don, thank you very much. So we're going to stick with who we've got. And
Dan was messing about. Dan's my guy. I was messing about.
All right. And also, someone that just said, there's someone in the chat, it's someone that I've seen him pop up a few times, says that Daps acting like his opinion can't be challenged. Oh, my opinion can be challenged. Listen, everyone that comes on here challenges my opinion. However, I will not change. This is alongside Casmo and Ty. This is my channel, and I will say what the F I like. And if you don't like it, F off, rude boy. And smash a like on the way out, please.
Don't forget, Euros is coming. This is, I think he was alluding to Kane's situation. So yeah, I agree. So that I changed a little bit of how I see the situation. Why can't Newcastle be last season's Arsenal?
Because they don't have the depth.
They could be Cass.
They're not going to. They don't have the depth.
I think the difference is Arsenal last year, the Europa League, they played the second fiddle team, while Newcastle playing the Champions League. So they don't have the depth. Arsenal just had probably one important game a week, which is the league. So they focused on that. I think Newcastle would want to get out of the group stage, just extra 6 games just in the first half of the season. So they don't have the depth yet.
I think you need to, if you allude to it, go on, do that. Go on.
Better than Chelsea with a better manager too. They're talking about Aston Villa. We agreed on that. So
Emery's a
better manager though. Better manager. Is anybody here?
Emery is a better manager than Pochettino.
Challenge that.
Emery is a better manager than Pochettino, and trophies decide that too.
I think Poch suits Chelsea with what Chelsea have at the moment.
He does.
I think Poch really suits Chelsea. The age. I think look with the one thing I will say is with the young players that Chelsea have, and the ceiling that all right, that Don tells us they have. I think Poch is a perfect manager for that. I really do. I think Poch is a perfect manager.
Like I said, look, I think these guys that we've actually kept in the squad, I think they've got quality. But like I said, I've got question marks like you guys as well about over a long period of time. These are young players that need to develop. They're going to make mistakes, and we're a big club. We're up against players like Aston Villa, Man City. You got your Man United. We need more experience. Do you know what I'm saying right now? We need a lot more experience right now.
Yeah. And the last part I'm going to allude to Newcastle. Why is like, yes, they're quality, bro. No one's telling they're crap. I never said they're crap, but you're overrating it now because, boy, you want to tell me, Paul Dummett, Matt Target, Sean Longstaff, what's the other keys? Almiron, the backup for Almiron, and all these other dudes are going to get you to where Arsenal are going to be second in the league. You need your head needs a wobble, mate. Because I've
just realised his name sounds like our moron.
He's a moron, but what's it called? He's a decent guy. I'm not saying Eddie Howe's not going to do wonders because he's doing bits at this moment, and I think he's proven it. I'm not saying he's unproven. I like Eddie Howe anyways as a manager, and also he's like a decent guy as well.
Yeah, he does.
When it comes to all of it, it's just
the thing is,
I saw Newcastle play when it came to the cups, right? 2 games a week, and not even a lot of it came up against us in the final, and he looked off the mark. And there was a point in the league where they dropped off because they had a few more games rather, 3 signings in Tonali, Barnes, and the other guy, the young lad. Yes,
Livramento.
You always talk about every other club pretty much strengthening. So all of a sudden, that doesn't matter because they got 3 guys when everyone else is getting the same amount and if not better quality, potentially anyways. I'm not saying that Barnes is proven like in the league. He's a goal scorer. Don't get me wrong. They'll be up there, Newcastle. They're not going to go out without a fight. But
I actually think Newcastle are missing 2 defenders.
They need something else. Because one injury, you saw Fabian Shaw. Mo, sorry. Who's the backup to Fabian Shaw?
He's injured. Nobody. That's what I said. In the defense, they're very light. Across all the back 4 positions. They're very light. Kieran Trippier gets injured. Manquillo plays football. Manquillo is a championship player for me, to be honest. Matt Target isn't good enough. the thing about their starting 11, they're good to go. But if one of them gets injured, they're done. This is why I'm saying they were lucky last year that even Fabian Schär, when he got injured, it was only one game away. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Cass, about like the depth, because they're stacked in the midfield. They're good up top, but in the defense, they're very weak. Anyway, guys,
listen, the Cass v Newcastle debate will go on and on the whole season. We got to listen. What are we now? We're Tuesday, so we have Wednesday. We have tonight sleep, Tuesday sleep, Wednesday sleep, 3 sleeps, and the Premier League is officially back. Cass v Newcastle, that will kick on. Don's, belief in the young players and getting all of those signings over the line. We will see if that happens. Mo's hate on the Premier League and everything it stands for, that will kick on forever. And my arrogance and thinking that no one can argue with me will go on forever. So, yeah.
Oh wait,
people on the way out.
No one knows that. His name's Sir Enzo Fernandez now, not Sir Timo Werner. Oh, he's back.
Okay. He's back. So, guys, on the way out, make sure to hit the like button, but also turn on the notification bell and check out our soccer brunch show, 10:30 on a Saturday morning before the first game. It will be epic, studio-based show, different cameras, television-style show. I'm sure you will like it. So the notification bell to know when we go live. And
if City lose Friday night, it's going to be a great one.
It's a television type show.
It's going to be lit.
Well, it's going to kind of be like
lit.
that. It's going to be a studio show. Oh, don't set the bar too high, Cass.
And I must say, when I was at the barbecue, I got a sneak peek of the studio. It's looking good, boys, man. It's looking good.
Talk to that. I need to order some more stuff. Anyway, everyone sleep well, and this time next week I'll be in Athens.
Oh.